Genesis chapter 15. God's covenant with Abraham. After these things, the word of the Lord came to Abraham in a vision, saying, "Do not be afraid. Abraham, I am your shield, your exceedingly great reward." But Abraham said, "Lord God, what will you give me, seeing I go childless, and the heir of my house is Eleazar of Damascus?" Then Abraham said, "Look, you have given me no offspring. Indeed, one born in my house is my heir. Behold, the word of the Lord came to him, saying, This one shall not be your heir, but one who will come from your own body shall be your heir." Then he brought him outside and said, "Look now toward heaven and count the stars, if you are able to number them." And he said to him, "Shall your descendants be?" And he believed in the Lord, and he accounted it to him for righteousness. Then he said to him, "I am the Lord who brought you out of Ur of the Chaldeans to give you this land to inherit." And he said, "Lord God, how shall I know that I will inherit it?" So he said to him, "Bring me a 3-year-old heifer, a 3-year-old female goat, a 3-year-old ram, a turtle dove, and a young pigeon." Then he brought all these things to him and cut them in two down the middle and placed each piece opposite the other, but he did not cut the birds in two. And when the vultures came down on the carcasses, Abraham drove them away. Now when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abraham, and behold, horror and great darkness fell upon him. Then he said to Abraham, "Know certainly that your descendants will be strangers in a land that is not theirs, and will serve them, and they will afflict them for 400 years. And also the nation whom they serve I will judge. Afterwards they shall come out with great possessions. Now as for you, you shall go to your fathers in peace, and you shall be buried at a good old age. But in the 4th generation they shall return here, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not complete yet." It came to pass, when the sun went down and it was dark, that behold, there appeared a smoking oven and a burning torch that passed between those pieces. On the same day the Lord made a covenant with Abraham, saying, "To your descendants I have given this land, for from the river Egypt to the great river Euphrates, the Kenites, the Kenizzites, the Cadmonites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Remphiah, the Amorite, and the Canaanites, the Gershites, and the Jebusites." I love this account with Abraham and the Lord because it's a great reminder for us that God can handle our fears, our doubts, our worries, our emotions, our feelings. The Lord told Abraham not to feel afraid. Now, I don't know exactly what he was afraid of. He had just come out of this battle. He had given up, the right to be king. He had given up all of the possessions that he could have kept. And so maybe he was fearful that, the king of Sodom, 4 kings that he just fought against, that any of them could come after him. And so here is the Lord saying, "I'm your shield. Don't be afraid, and your exceedingly great reward." And then Abraham says, "Well, hey, what about this child that you've promised me? I still don't have a child. Like, you're saying that I'm going to have this land and that my descendants, I don't have a descendant." We can take our feelings to the Lord, and he's a big God and he can handle them. We have a God that wants us to pray. We have a God that wants us to be real and honest. He knows what we're thinking anyway, so why are we trying to hide it? And after this whole conversation, it says, "And he believed in the Lord, and he accounted to him for righteousness." Abraham was counted righteous because he believed in the Lord. He believed that what the Lord said he was going to do, that the Lord was going to do.